Ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
Welcome to day 26 of 30 days of AL, and today we are going to look at notifications. They provide a programmatic way to send non-intrusive information to the user interface. So unlike messages that block the user from proceeding with their current action, the notification will notify the user, like in the same place where a validation error is displayed, but without blocking the user. And if the notification has an action, the user can choose to either proceed with the action that has been prompted in that notification, or they can ignore the notification and continue with whatever they are doing. So in day 26 today, we'd like to do this to notify the user of an approval that is imminent. Maybe they have an approval that they should act upon. And I looked at where is the best place to put this particular notification, and it could be in a page that the user accesses the most. And for this example, we will use the vendor list. So when they open the vendor list, they will be prompted if they have an approval request. So we'll create a page extension for the vendor list. To extend the vendor list, so this one will be extending the vendor list. When the user opens the page, on open the page, we check if there is an approval, and then we send a notification for that particular user. So we need a variable for an approval entry. The beauty of the notification is that we are not like blocking the user from doing what they want. So we will reset the approval entry and set range for the approver ID to be the user ID and the status to be open. We'll set range the status to be open. When the status is open, that's when the request to approve can be given to the user. The user can only act on an approval when the status is open and the approver ID is that particular user who is being displayed. So this condition here, it's like saying has approval. Okay, so if they have an approval, if not approval and approval array dot is empty, so this they have an approval. The approval entry is not empty, there is an approval. So we need to define another notification. Let me say approval notification, which is a notification variable that will create our notification. We have the notification has several messages, like the set is it set action? Okay, I am in the wrong one. Set data, not set action. So it can specify the data property in the form of a key and value. Like we can set data for the time, and then we say the time is that, the format of time. Yeah, you can be able to set data before you even send the data to that particular, for this particular approval notification. So we can have an action code unit. We can have an action where we send the notification to add an action. Let me just do it practically. would like, if the user has an approval entry, we want them to act on something. Like if we want to give them the option to open the request to approve page. So this is the action. So the caption is open request to approve. Remember, this is set in the instance of the notification, this particular notification, and you don't need to like set any other thing. Like after you set the data, you can get the data on the other side. It's like using the dictionary. You set and then get. Yes. So add action. It takes a caption, and then there is a code unit that for the procedure that will act on the action, and the code unit takes in a parameter of the notification if you want to get the data. So the code unit will be 30 days of AL, and now the method name is day 26. That's the method name of our code unit. So once we do this, we can do the approval entry notification dot message. You do have open approval entries. Once we set the message, now we can send the notification to the user. So the notification will be sent after, now with this available action for the user. So what we'll need to do in our day 26 for this particular action that takes in the notification data type is just to open the approval entry page for the particular user. So again, here we just define the approval entry record, approval entry, but no, we don't need to do this because it always opens for the current user, this particular page. Yes. So we just need to do a page dot run. It's the page of requests to approve. That's it, like as simple as that. This particular action for the notification will open the request to approve page. Yeah, so at this point we can be able to get the notification, the approval notification dot get data, and then we set the time. Yeah, so this will give us the data for the notification that we send, and you see it is returning a text. So when we do this, we need to assign it to a certain variable here, that this is the data that we have got for this particular approval. So we don't need that, but at this point we can be able to run the page, or no, run the application and be able to see our notification for the user who has an approval when we open the vendor card. I will have compiled, I'll just run. Okay, so what's happening here, we have we do have two, let me say this, we do have two users. So there is Msangi in this Business Central, and then there is Tekna Msangi. Those are the two users. So Msangi will send an approval for a vendor. Once Msangi sends an approval, let's open the vendors. We set on open page. If there is nothing in the vendors, then Msangi should not receive anything. So there is no notification because there is no approval. I'll just take one vendor and send an approval request. I have set the vendor page to be able to receive approval request, and an approval request has been sent. Are we able to see the approvals? This one doesn't have the approval. Oh, here they are. So the approvals, here is the approval. We can see that the sender is Msangi and the approver is Tekna Msangi. So when we log in with Tekna Msangi, we expect to get that notification when we open the vendor list. So I will now close this and open a new instance with tech namsangi. So this is the instance for tech namsangi, and we just need to open the vendors again for tech namsangi. So let's see. So you do have open approval entries. So we open the request to approve, and here is our request to approve, and we can easily open the record and approve. So this makes the work easy for the user, where we uh, we give the user the ability to interact. Sorry for that small hiccup. So the user will be able to get notifications on what is happening. I'm still finding maybe the best place to put these particular notifications where the user mostly accesses the system, so that they can be able to see the notification when they access the system, and they can go back and open. You call them, like you trigger them to act on some of the pages that they need to act on during when they're using the system, and they won't miss out on important things. Like at times maybe you want to look at the credit limit of the customer, or the customer, or something is due for a particular customer. There you need to send an email to a customer, or if it's a HR, an approval maybe for when they open the employees card or the employees page. You tell them that there's a staff who should be going on leave, or there is a contract of a staff that is ending. So you just notify them, and then they can open the page and be able to see that. So this is a very good feature that doesn't interrupt the user. That's the beauty. Unlike the message which pops up and calls the user to action, this notification will just display there, and the user will see. If they act on it, it's okay. If they don't, then it's their own problem. So and that's how we can be able to do or create the notifications in AL using the notification data type. So that's it for this video. I will see you in day 27 of 30 days of AL. See you there.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.